This world has seen so many devious villains. We have seen Hitler, Kim Jong-un, Amber Heard, and the list goes on. But today, we have a villain that is so scary, their shadow starts pissing their pants. And obviously, as you can tell by the title, the villain is the Digimon master Calendar Man. And he has discovered a trick to fool Batman and Superman and beat them to a pulp. And that trick is... okay, he's breaking the 3.5 wall, but I'll explain what I mean in the Batman and Superman Mark Your Calendars one-shot. So the story begins where we see Julian, aka Calendar Man, marking down the days where he escapes from solitary confinement to go nuts to butts against Batman. And he's gassed because he only has 11 years to wait. But guess what? He was also literally gassed by some Joker toxin. How did Joker get involved? Shut up. Don't ask stupid questions. Anyways, Calendar Man woke up in this Disney World and he got to meet this guy, whose name I'm not going to pronounce, so I'm going to call him Tim Burton. So Tim Burton wants to meet Julian out of all people to tell him a specific secret. But first, he wants to know why he does what he does. Why is he Calendar Man? And he says that he grew up without an organized life. You know, like everyone else. And whenever he would mark things down on calendars, it made him feel like he had control over time and control over his life, which is the saddest motivation to have for a villain. You couldn't organize your life. If that was the case in real life, I would probably be dead considering how many people are more unorganized than the DCEU. But anyways, as a result of this issue, Tim Burton gave Julian a hat, which not only enables him to see what number box he is in, but it allows him to see and interact beyond the actual comic panels. And he puts this power to test when he gets back to the real world and meets up with some thumbtack-looking villains. Because as you can see, he grabs a stick and takes a swing at one of the villains, misses, but makes contact on the panel directly below. Kind of a nifty power that should have gone to someone else smarter, but whatever. Julian was looking around the book to see what else he could find. And on the next page, he saw Batman unmasked, talking to Barbara about how Tim Burton is back at it again. So he calls Superman to handle this issue. Julian is so happy like no tomorrow that he found out Batman's secret identity. But it doesn't matter, because when he told his friends about the news, they didn't believe him. So he beat them up. Moments later, Julian found out these queer icons were in the Hall of Justice. So Julian freaking yeets himself across the panels and starts toying with these chocolate nuts like a kid playing with his food. He even forced Superman to freeze himself. But it wasn't until he reached box 77 where he got an ultimate Miska Mauska tool. And that tool is a red pen that has the power to delete anything, which is a very OP tool. But the thing is that Bruce knows it's OP. So he chucked a batarang towards the pen, it fell through the panels, and just sliced up Julian's arm like a blade. He starts bleeding to death, but Clark's and Bruce's Heart of Gold stop the bleeding for him and send him to a hospital. Because that is what non-Zack Snyder heroes do. Tim Burton is not pleased with Julian's effort with the hat and proceeds to delete his memory of knowing that Bruce Wayne is Batman and gives him his arm back and continues his quest on trying to beat Batman and Superman one pinky toe at a time. And yeah, that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.